Well, hi there, Winning Ways fans, and welcome to a huge day's racing. We're going to watch the Bokke beat the hell out of the Poms, and then we're going to go to Turffontein and we're going to have a bit of fun there because there's a big pick six carryover. That's what I'm going to concentrate on. Then we're going to Santa Anita. I can't wait for Santa Anita to see all those great horses. Last night we had a disaster. The first one broke down. And Jessica Harrington's filly got into all types of trouble. But I've done a bit of looking at that meeting, and we've got a couple for you there. Let's kick off with race 1, and I can't find anything, so I'm going to go straight into race 2, where I make the best bet on the card, number 15, Mohican. This was a fabulous barrier trial. I'm a big purveyor of barrier trials, as you know, and you know why? Because we get to see them. This is a very, very nice horse, Mohican, and if the going doesn't stop him, nothing else will, because he will win. He's a very, very nice horse. Race 3 is a maiden plate fillies and mares, and I like Vaquera. I think she'll run extremely well here. Bellarosa definitely looks like the danger, and Trapiche, worth putting into all your play as far as the first leg of the place accumulator is concerned. But let's move on to the pick six, because that's where we start with all the information. And I think the first leg of the pick six, the 1600 meter maiden plate, race 4, is very difficult. I'm putting in 7 horses. 1 Ideal Day, 4 Jungle Book, that goes into the player. Those got a wide draw. 6 Ton of Little Love. 12, 13, 14, 15, Hell of a Ride, Imperious Duke, Paw Patrol, and 7 Patriots. They all go into the first leg of the pick six. Let's move on to the Starling Stakes, 1400 meters, grade 3. That's the 5th race. And Sidoni's my pick here, and I think she's the right horse. She gets straight him. I expect him to go to the front and dictate. And certainly in the going, she would be extremely difficult to beat because she might not be eaten. They might not be able to peg her back. Have a close look at Wisteria Walk. She's big price at 14 to 1, worth including into trifectas and quartets. Race 6, 1400 meters, the Ready to Run Cup. And I've got to go for our filly, Spirit of the Groove. I think she's the right one. She's drawn 15, but she's quite useful, and she's as gutsy as they come. So she's got to be the one they all got to beat. Gear and Glory, there's not much between the two of them. I'm going with Spirit of the Groove as a banker. Race 7, Piermont Empress Palace Charity Mile, 1600 meters, old November handicap. First big race I ever won in my life was a November handicap with Profumo in 1975. But let's give you I'm going 4 horses here. Camparatus, Gareth Wright for Robbie Hill, loves the course, loves the distance, drawn a bit wide, but likes the going as well. Tilbury Fort, he loves the going, and I think he always runs better rested, this horse. So I expect him to run really well with Danielson aboard him. 13 is In the Dance, Sean Terry's other one with Juglal on it. And I think that this is a big runner. And I'm going to throw in Tristful, Tony Rivlin's runner. Well drawn at 2. Sean Veal rides it. They haven't gone up there for the fresh air. And I think that that's the way they will run. Divine Odyssey would be my next best. So I'm going to put him into my play as well. Race 8 is the Graham Beck, 1400 meters, absolute 2-cornered contest. I like 3 Put on the Red Light. I think he's the right horse. Stake and Ale, I'll make him a big, big danger. I think he'll run really well. Then you've got Eden Rock, Frosted Gold, Rivers Town. They all got chances in a race like this. Stop for Nothing might improve. Ballon d'Or, Talon. So you want to put in a few horses in the 8th race. 9th race, Yellowwood Handicap, 1800 meters, grade 3. I'll make it an absolute 2-cornered contest. Ronnie's Candy, I like a lot, but she's got to give away a lot of weight to Cream Supreme, and that's why I'm going Queen Supreme. I'm going to throw in Eightfold's Lass as well, because Joey Soma, a master at getting them ready for these big races, got a huge chance. We then move on to the next, which is the Golden Loom Handicap, and I'm going the next best bet on the card. In fact, I'm going to take an each-way double with number 13, Bold Eagle. I think he's a huge runner here. I think he'll be right there in the play. Give me hope, Joanna, my ex-filly runs, and I expect her to run really well in race 11. And race 12, I like number 4, Sunshine Silk. That's going to be the 3rd one of my each way all to come, Sunshine Silk. Let's go across to Santa Anita and have a look what we got there. Race 7, just to help you through. Don't leave out Mirth. Philip D'Amato, Mike Smith, top trainer, top jockey, and got a very good profile indeed for this as the fillies and mares turf. The overseas horses all the rage, Sister Charlie, Fleeting. But I like Mirth at a big price. Race 8, the Breeders' Cup Sprint, 1200 meters, and I like Catalina Cruiser. Number 1 on the card, John Sadler, Joel Rosario, that's my play there. Race 9, very difficult, the mile. Race 10, the Distaff, which is the fillies and mares, older horses on the all-weather. Big price horse, Mo Sikal. Peter Miller, Paco Lopez, big runner. Don't leave it out. Race 11 is a fabulous race. It's the Breeders' Cup Turf. And why it's fabulous is you've got the English Derby winner, Anthony van Dyck, stepping up to run against Bricks and Mortar. Old Persian is a very good horse indeed. Channel Maker. This is a tough race. A lot of horses in here with chances. Anthony van Dyck might find the track against him, but he's a very good horse, being an English Derby winner. And then race 12 is Breeders' Cup Classic. And I like Code of Honor. The 3-year-old from Chug Magohi and John Velasquez gets to ride it, drawn on the outside. I think that will suit this horse, and I think he's a very good horse. He's shown that he can box up there with the best. Superb day's racing from me, James Goodman, and the Winning Ways team. Please subscribe and go Boca! Go Boca!